librarian for the Gadsden Public Library. And the book that I've been reading is called Capital Dames. It's by Cokie Roberts, and it's got a subtitle, The Civil War and the Women, 1848 to 1868. I thought it was an excellent book. I'd probably rate it about 4 out of 5. It's 512 pages long. There's no sex, very little violence, but it does get a little risque in some points. It's all about, as the name implies, the women of the Civil War and the times before and the times just after. I think we're all familiar with the generals, President Lincoln, John Wilkes Booth, that whole Civil War story, and all the turmoil that was going on between North and South. But the women behind the scenes played an essential role. I found the book fascinating because Cokie Roberts, really, her research is fabulous. She's taken first-person experiences from journals, from diaries, letters, and put it all together in a chronological order. So it follows the war pretty well. Starts out in 1848, way before the Civil War started in 1861. But 1848 with Dolly Madison. You might remember Dolly saved George Washington's portrait when the White House was being burned in 1814. But Dolly was the grand dame of Washington society. And it starts out with that, with the laying of the cornerstone of the Washington Monument. Proceeds into the Civil War and talks about the names we all know. Mary Todd Lincoln, Clara Barton with the American Red Cross and all. But it talks about, to me, significantly, the lesser-known names. Mary Todd Lincoln's seamstress, for instance, who was a key advisor to her, and of course Mary Todd Lincoln to her husband Abraham Lincoln. So that was, I guess, maybe the one area that maybe I'd criticize the book a little bit about, because it was tough to stay up with some of the names. The names that we all know were easy, but some of the lesser ones I had to find myself turning page after page to figure out who was who. So all in all, Capital Dames, it's well recommended, and I think anybody reading it, those interested especially in the history of the Civil War or women's history, will find the book fascinating.